This is another great episode of the Film Review.
Hey everybody, this is Luenell, the original bad girl of comedy. I'm here at the Link Promenade in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, and you're watching the Film Review.
The Film Review Massive. This is Crazy Dick. I am here after the Luenell stand-up show at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club. Of course, you know this is the Film Review, and I'm sitting by a rising star in cinema, in television, in black film, and just internationally.
It's true.
Right? Because she is on OWN, and I'm going to let her introduce herself, then we're going to get into it.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Brely Evans from the hit show Ambitions on OWN. Yes, Oprah's network OWN, Tuesday nights at 10.
So we can truly say that you are internationally known by that.
Yes. I've actually spent some time over in Japan and in Africa already, so I can say yes, I am international.
Okay, before we get to the first question on you, what part of Africa? That's a big continent.
Yes.
So what countries are jumping to OWN?
Well, you know, I was in Botswana, and that's where I have my biggest fan base in Botswana.
Okay.
Yeah, so South Africa.
Okay.
South Africa.
So Ambitions, over the top, sensational. It's like Falcon Crest.
Right.
It's like Dallas.
Dynasty.
It's like Dynasty, except for it is black people bringing their all on the screen.
Now this is true. It is a nighttime soap built for all those who love those old shows.
The Film Review Massive. This is Crazy D after the Luenell stand-up show every Sunday, 10 p.m. at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club. And I am sitting next to the featured act of the evening. And he goes by the name
Arron Thompson.
Arron Thompson. Okay, first of all, when did you know that you were funny?
Oh man, I've been funny like my whole life, but I never thought I could do it. Converted to stand-up, and I finally did, and it worked. It worked.
So did you come from like a funny family, or did certain things that you saw come into and you say, hey, that's funny and I can talk about it in a certain way?
Honestly, I think from experience of the life that I lived and went through, things that I've been through, I basically laughed to keep from crying. Like I was always the clown. I was always, even though home life was really bad, I would make jokes of everything, and that's how I coped with it. Mm-hmm.
So you do a certain comedy where you talk about being a police officer, right? Do you see how, just from a person that's on the outside looking at you on the stage, do you see how unique that is to make a group of people who are usually oppressed by the police laugh at police stories?
Yeah. No, I get it, and I'm on both sides as well. I've been pulled over for no reason before, and I've talked to people at work where I talk to them and they start to realize like, all right, you know what, all cops ain't the same. So I wanted the audience to see it from my view and my lens and try to bridge that gap. And that's what I'm trying to do.
And so what is your 5-year, 10-year plan in comedy?
Well, I've only been doing it for 3 years. So I say my 5 years is actually be a headliner across the country and perhaps the world.
Is film and television in your future?
Oh, definitely. Film and television. I have an agent, Elevate, for TV and film. So that's definitely in my one of my goals.
Okay. So where can they see you? Have you done some independent film, or where can they see your stand-up?
Okay, so I'll start with my Instagram. It's Real Arron Thompson. Real Arron Thompson. I've done some independent film, Moldy Maverick Mason. I've done some B movie a long time ago, but for the most part, I'll be here next week, the 28th, for Luenell, and I always post on my on Instagram where I'm going to be next.
Okay. When are you headed to Cleveland?
We were supposed to go to Cleveland actually next week, but it got canceled. So hopefully we'll be headed to Cleveland in a couple months.
Okay. All right, people. So this is the film review, Impromptu, on the road after the Luenell comedy stand-up show at the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club. And I'm sitting here with
Arron Thompson.
And we would like to thank him for this impromptu interview, and look out for him because his stand-up is hilarious and it brings it from a different standpoint that you will be shocked that you are laughing at this, but it is incredible. And we'd like to thank him for the impromptu interview, and we are out, and we will be right back with more from Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club. The film review master. This is Crazy D. I'm sitting inside of Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club after Luenell's stand-up, and I am sitting down impromptu interviewing various comics, and this is an honor. This one is an honor because this woman right here is a legend in her own right. This is Miss Laura, or her full name, Laura Hayes.
Right. Hey, everybody.
So how you doing today, first of all?
Oh, I'm doing great. We just watched a wonderful show. Luenell is just, she's been my partner for 30 plus years, and the same way for the first time I met her, she had me on the floor. That's why I don't wear eyelashes when I come to see her. Because I laugh them off.
She's gonna have you in tears.
She's gonna have me in tears. It might be a little messed up right now, but yes, it's been wonderful.
So my first question to you is, when did you know that you were funny?
I didn't, because actually being in show business was never a desire of mine. I actually went back to school trying to change my life, looking for something legal to do. And when I went back to college, I just started taking every class imaginable, right? And the thing that stuck was theater arts. Somebody told me to take a theater arts class because I wouldn't really have to go and it wasn't going to be any heavy homework. And that turned out to be the thing that impassioned me. From there, I had to figure out how I'm going to make some money at it. So I did community theater and eventually, relocated down to Los Angeles.
So you're really a thespian that has comic chops.
Yes, because I started doing dramatic theater. That is actually my passion, drama. But because comedy became popular and a way to make a living, I kind of transformed into that, hoping it would lead to what I really wanted to do, which was dramatic acting.
So a lot of people know you from Queens of Comedy. You were the host. Tell the audience, for aspiring comics or people who want to be in theater, what the difference is between being a featured act or the headliner and necessarily being the host. What's the difference between being the headliner and being a host of a comedy show?
Okay, let's start with the host. The host really has a very important job, and that's to keep the show moving. They're the ones that if they need to bring the audience down for the headliner, because it's all about the headliner, right? Or if they need to bring the audience up after the feature. Your feature, I guess that's what they still call them, the feature, is just your build-up to your headliner. But the host position, which I really liked when I did do stand-up, is to help keep the flow moving and make the show move. Mm-hmm. And of course, your headliner is who, usually the more long-term or skilled comic that you paid to come see.
That you paid to come see. do you still get butterflies when you stand up on stage in theater or on stage as a host or as a comic? Do you still get butterflies, or have you gotten over that now?
Well, when I was doing stand-up comedy, because actually I retired after the Queens of Comedy, I would get very, very nervous. Actually, I would quit show business before every show. Now, when I'm doing theater or TV, there's no nervousness at all because I've got that fourth wall to hide behind. Whereas in stand-up comedy, you have really got to relate and be right there with your audience.
Mm-hmm. So, where can they see you? You know, like what are your social media contacts, and what's the next thing that they're going to see you in?
Okay.
Can we make news here?
Well, I'm actually on a show on Bounce TV called In the Cut currently. It's on Monday nights. Now, Bounce TV, you're going to have to unplug your cable and plug in an antenna. And if you don't know how to do that, get the kids to do it. But I'm on that show. I do have another project that I just got picked up on as a series regular, but I can't tell you nothing because they have that. Because you know they be having what do you call it?
The NDA.
NDA. You can't say shit, but just look for me next year.
See, we're trying to make news here, and you're spoiling it for us.
I'm not trying to get sued.
Oh, okay.
I'm no snitch.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, but it's my social media. I haven't been doing Facebook for a while, but I'm in love with Instagram. And you can see me at Instagram.com/Miss Laura Hayes, and that's MISS Laura Hayes.
Like I said, people, this has been an honor.
Oh,
I'm sitting here
you.
with Miss Laura. Let me get some pictures so we can have a picture. I gotta take pictures for people. I gotta take pictures for people. Listen, this has been another impromptu on the road edition of the film review. We've been here, we have interviewed people. Again, I want to thank Ms. Laura Hayes for sitting down with us for this impromptu interview. And stay tuned, more from the film review. This is Crazy D. I'm sitting in Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, and I am sitting next to the host of Luenell stand-up show. He goes by Skillz Hudson, and he's from the Midwest. Yeah. He's a fellow Midwesterner. He's from Chicago, and you know where we're from. But how you doing today?
I'm good, fam. We just had a hot show. I can't wait till everybody get up out of here so I can go eat.
That's right.
But the show was amazing.
So how long have you been in Las Vegas?
I've been out here 3 years now. 3 years.
3 years. So what brought you out to Las Vegas, and what got you into comedy? When did you know that you were funny?
Oh, well, divorce brought me out here, goddammit. Yeah, true. I left LA 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I came out here. Started in LA 9 years ago, and I moved out here, man. Over at the Stratosphere with Marshall Warfield. They brought me in. Luenell remembered me from my LA days, and so when she got her show here, she seen the list of the local comics. She was like, bring Skillz in. So I was happy to do that.
So when did you know that you were funny? You got to definitely. I always ask comics that. What was the experience that you had that you knew that you were funny?
Oh, I used to do door-to-door sales, and people used to tell me that buy from me, be like, "Hey, man, you funny. You should be on TV." I was like, "Man, I appreciate it. Now, let me get the correct spelling of your last name." I was trying to get that sale. So, but it was good, man, and I end up being like that, man.
So, what is your 5 to 10 year plan in comedy?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm already, it's been 10 years, but the next 5 years, I would like to have my own TV show. Teen Silly as Fuck. Yes, I would like to have my own TV show, and hey, I'm out here in Vegas, man. I'm thankful to be doing stand-up and making people laugh. So I'm just thankful, man.
So, where can they see your stand-up? And have you been in any independent films where they can see you? So tell them all that.
Okay, you can catch me on all social media platforms. I'm on a new show called Laugh Tracks on True TV. You can catch me also on All Deaf Digital, Russell Simmons, All Deaf Digital, Man Weave. A few things, man.
Okay. So, give them your contact information. If they want to contact you, want to book you, how do they go about doing it?
Skillz Hudson on all platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, it all.
Okay. All right, people. So this is an impromptu, the film review at Kimmo's Comedy Club after Luenell's stand-up. Again, I'm sitting here with the host of the show, which is Skillz Hudson.
Yeah, that's me.
He puts it down so heavy. And you know, knowing and have spoken with comics before, it is a hard gig to be the host. And he brings it so effortlessly. And he is here every Sunday.
Yep.
10 p.m.
Yep.
So come on out to Kimmo's Comedy Club through January 2020, Luenell stand-up show. This is the film review, signing off for now. Stay tuned. So in closing, how can they get tickets to see you here in Las Vegas at Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club? Yeah.
Kimmel's ComedyClub.com, or you can go on my website, heyluenell.com, and you can find a link to get tickets to see me.
And you've just extended your dates.
Yes, I was supposed to be done in September this month, but they extended my residency until the beginning of 2020. So I'll be here every Sunday. God help me. I'll be here every Sunday at 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
in Las Vegas in the Link Promenade at Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club. And there's a lot of comedy shows in Vegas, but there's not a lot with a national TV show, late night TV show connected to them. So I'm very, very lucky. I think I'm one of the only sisters on the strip, period, doing stand-up, besides maybe Marsha Warfield, my girl who's down, on the other end.
Okay, before we close, top 5 comics. Your top 5.
Pryor, Mooney, Dick Gregory, Eddie Chappelle.
And that's it. And that's
but
what.
Now,
wait.
White ones.
Okay.
George Carlin.
Okay.
Joan Rivers.
Okay.
Phyllis Diller. Sandra Bernhardt. And my boy that died in the car crash. Oh!
Sam Kinison.
Sam Kinison. The guy,
Louis C.K.?
Not Louis C.K. Okay. Hi, Louis. No, Lenny Bruce.
Of course. Because he was blue and he took the slings and arrows.
Yeah.
Right?
Robin Harris. There's so many.
No, Moms Mabley?
Moms is not. She's the innovator. She's a creator for black female stand-up. I can't say she's in my top 5, though. Just because she was the first don't mean that she's my favorite. I appreciate her, though. And I liked her. But, when you put her up against like Roseanne, and I just like a little, and she was pretty randy for her time. But you know what? I take that back. I rebuke that. And Moms, goddammit, you too.
Moms, you too.
This is another great episode of the film review.